Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Math Unlocked with your host, Mrs. Rhodes-Grierson. I hope you're ready. What are we doing today? Today we're looking at the adjoint of a 2x2 matrix. So that means that you would have watched the video already about the determinant. If you have not watched it yet, go ahead and watch it and come back so that you can make connections to what it is that we're doing, all right? So math is connected enough, so you have to ensure that you make those connections. So we're looking at the adjoint of this 2x2 matrix. The adjoint is not a calculation, but more so of a rearrangement of our elements in this matrix here. So I have the original matrix A, and I want to know what's the adjoint of A. I'm going to do some rearrangement. Rearrangement of what? The adjoint has to do with the diagonals, just like the determinant has to do with the diagonals. So we're looking at diagonals because remember I said in the video before on determinants that it determines if the matrix is invertible. And that's where we're going into, that's what we're leading into. The adjoint and the determinant leads us into the inverse of the matrix, which looks right now we're looking at our diagonals. So diagonal 1, diagonal 2. What am I required to do? On diagonal 1, the rule of the adjoint is to switch the position of these elements. And I say switch position. So we're exchanging these elements. 3 comes to the top, which would have been in my row 1, column 1. So this is where 3 goes. And down at the bottom here, which is my row 2, column 2, I will have my negative 1. What I did there was to switch the positions of the elements. Remember, I just said diagonal 1, switch the positions. What do I do with diagonal 2? Not doing the same thing. On diagonal 2, I will not switch the positions. However, what I will do is to change the sign on the numbers. So this negative 2 will become a positive 2, and this positive 5 will become a negative 5. Did I complete my task? Yes. This matrix now represents the adjoint of matrix A. On my leading diagonal, what I did was to switch the positions. So this is a position switch. Diagonal 2 is a sign switch. So this is a position switch, and this is a sign switch. And that is the rule at all times. So are you ready to do one on your own? Let's look at matrix B. Can you find the adjoint of matrix B? Remember to pay attention, your diagonals. Remember to pay attention. What do you change? Diagonal 1, what is changed? Diagonal 2, what is changed? Go ahead and complete matrix B. Find its adjoint. Comment on what you found to be the adjoint. You can place it in the comments. Like and subscribe and come again.